There is no such thing as the right time. There is only time. Now, I bet the reason why you're watching this video is because maybe you had that gut feeling that you needed to act, right? And I can tell you from experiences that when I had the choice to act and I did so because my gut told me to, I have had major success. Or I didn't, but I realized that in the grand scheme of things, it would be more profitable had it gone the way that it did. So let me just explain to you one example. So there's a specific YouTube creator that I was following for a long time, and I still follow him. I actually get on weekly calls with him. Shout out to you, Martel, if you're watching this video. But I recall that he opened up a WAP community, now called the Gold Pill Academy. If you come across it, please consider joining. The men in there are really high caliber. Of course, Martel is amazing. And if you check out his YouTube channel, filled with lots of wisdom in the space of just masculinity and making money and dating, I very much owe a lot of my current trajectory to him and everyone else that I've met. Don't want to shout out names here, but you know who you are, right? If you're watching this video. And I recall that when he announced that he was going to open up this new community, I told him, I'm ready to make my next investment, right? Because my previous investment was with my personal trainer, right? I dropped somewhere around $500, and that was at a deal because he usually charges $750 to usual clients, but he gave me a discount and I was grateful for it. And I felt stupid not to take the deal. And so this specific moment with Martel opening up Gold Pill Academy, I saw that it was $400 for one time. And my gut just told me, you have to do this, right? Don't even worry about paying for it right now. Just push the button and get in. And that's what I did. And I will say that one of the greatest things that has ever come from that decision is having a community of like-minded men who want to see themselves succeed first and foremost, but also everyone around them succeeding, right? That's more or less the main driving factor of what I wake up to and what keeps me going, right? I wake up and I receive maybe 2 voice messages from 2 friends that I met in this community, and we just talk about stuff, right? We talk about what it is that we want. We ask each other, hey, what can I be doing better? Or, hey, can you take a look at this? And we have open minds and we are willing to listen to each other. All these things that I think for a lot of us men, we would have wanted to have sooner. But now, by the grace of God, we do now. At least I do in this community, right? It could be any community you find where you see those men that have what you want. And really, the only difference between you and them is the problems that they solved in order to get to that position. I promise you that's the only difference between you and them and the spot that they are in versus the spot that you're in. It's not about talent. It's not about, random chance. It really is solving those problems and often recognizing, hey, you might need help solving those problems. And I don't think there's anything wrong in admitting that and coming forward. If anything, it makes you look a lot more resourceful, which might be more attractive to romantic partners or business partners, right? That you recognize that there really isn't a problem that exists without a solution. And I'm not talking about theoretical stuff. Of course, when you're talking about the frontier of science and things like that, yes, there are those pending questions, but it doesn't mean the solutions don't exist. It just means we haven't found them yet. And that could even apply to things in your life, right? Maybe you haven't found those solutions, but the solutions nevertheless do exist. And the willingness that you're able to go out and find those solutions and try stuff, even if you fail the first time, that's what's going to set you apart from a lot of people. So I exhort you, the right time doesn't exist. If your gut is telling you to act on something, 9 times out of 10, you should do it. And more often than not, it will lead to a beneficial outcome. And obviously, you got to use your discretion, right? Like, it can't be something that's a net negative, but you're usually talking about the net positive things. Like, you're trying to bet on yourself. You're going to lay down some cash to then hopefully get to this next goal, right? And yeah, no, that's one of the big things that's been on my mind today. So I hope this was an encouragement to you. And until next time.